Hello everyone, this is Abraham, and today there's something I have important to say about this, but if you know this character named Yaya Panda from Crash Nitro Kart in 2008, if you want to know this character, there's something fishy or basically don't know about this, but even though, let me explain the story about this character Yaya, but for my opinion story. So here's the story, what's gonna be about and everything. Like, I don't understand why Yaya doesn't even appear on Crash of a Titan. So here is for my opinion story about this. So in the beginning of the story, Coco was about to fixing something about the little gadget she just made. So Coco's telling Crash to give him that purple thing. So that's how it happened. So even though now Cortex has appeared nowhere and he was ready to capture whatever the heck he wants. So then after Cortex trying to kidnap Coco and Aku Aku. So then after he did capture both of them, so however, Coco has been kidnapped. So the thing is, Coco was telling Crash that she has a friend named Yaya Panda and she's in a bad room and you should ask her for help. But however, since Dosu has been kidnapped, but Crash has to rescuing her. And then he missed, so then he has to go rescue his sister. But first thing to do he has to do was he needs to save Aku Aku. So in the beginning, and after that, so right now he has to rescue Aku Aku for a way long time. So however, Crash has finally rescuing Aku Aku, and then he told Crash that he told them that he has a friend of her named Yaya Panda, and she was in the baboon forest. So that's why they have to find her, and they had to ask for her help to save her friend Coco. After Crash was rescuing Coco, now Dr. Neo Cortex has kidnapped her sister, and now he has an idea to defeat Crash. However, Coco's telling him that he will not stop him. Even though he doesn't care what he said, he has a plan, and Crash is surprised. Coco was saying that her idea sucks, even though that makes sense. His plan always lost everything, so Uga Uga is telling him that he better make sure he has a perfect plan. But even though a minute later, he's failed again and again. So that's why Aku Aku Uga Uga is tired of his dumb plan and firing him. However, there's one character who will fix this, was Nina Cortex, his niece or secretly father. So Nina has Coco to build everything what she need, but however, Coco was telling them that she has a friend named Yaya and he will beat her up, and both of them can team up. But however, Nina said Nina doesn't care, and then repairing everything, be ready before they all set up and all complete of her success. So Coco's like, they will come, but she's telling her to shut up. For the unknown episode, Crash and Aku Aku has found abandoned forest island to find a friend named Yaya Panda. So they've been searching and searching everywhere for her, but however, when they finally found her, in the whole time, Crash has finally met a girl named Yaya the Panda, Coco's best friend and a trainer. However, she's more beautiful, and Crash became his love interest of Yaya. But however, he may have a crush on her, but so Aku Aku been telling Yaya Panda for help because her friend was in danger and they have to go rescuing her. So the thing is, she accepted to help them. So the only perfect team is between Crash and Yaya together. And they basically work together as a team to save Coco Bandicoot. So she joined them and go on adventures. They're rescuing Coco. So then, after this, Nina telling Cortex that he want to know who is Yaya Panda, but Cortex doesn't know who she was or whatever the heck she is, or she doesn't know where she come from. So she's basically don't know what she is, or they're so confused or where she come from, or how they Coco Yaya first met. That's what they were curiosity about. But they have no time because those two are showing up real soon. After the days, Crash been like tiring and it's a night day that they want to go to get some rest, but he can't. He's like, I want to save my sister. However, he want to relax, but even though Yaya's telling him that he needs to relax and let's take a break. So then when Yaya and Crash are like sitting together, so the thing is, Crash was telling her that when is her and Coco first met. However, Yaya will love to tell Crash about her and her friend Coco Bandicoot. They were kung fu's, they were fighters together, and they hang out, and they were good friends, and they've been best friends for a long time. They're like awesomeness, partnership, and more. So after hours later, Crash trying to get some sleep, but he can't sleep because there's freezing. And then Yaya Panda was very tired too, but the only way she can really do that is she can hug with Crash. But however, she kind of liked that, and she thinks he is cute and fluffy Bandicoot. However, she does kind of like him. Very like. After this romance interrupting, so Crash and Yaya went to battle named Engine. So Engine was like being ready to battle them, and he will not tell where Coco was. So he'll be ready to defeat them, but even though he got surrounded, however, Crash wouldn't give him a final warning. If he doesn't answer where she was, he will get punched by Crash. That's right. So however, he's been surrendered and telling him where he was or everything. So Nina and Uka Uka has a perfect plan about that and more. But he thinks something's really fishy going on between this. So the thing is, now Nina has a perfect plan before she brainwash, and then Nina telling Uga Uga that Crash is about to be ready soon, so he has to make sure he was ready. So after Crash and Yaya been searching for her, and now he can't go anywhere, he goes against Uga Uga, Aku Aku's brother. So now they have to battle him, and then for a treat for a bone, but he's telling him he can't. He must battle him until he finds his sister. So he's like, nope, I'm not telling you until they fight. So, however, they must completely defeat him, and then he'll tell where Coco is before they're gonna rule the world, before it's too late. So right now he's gonna fix everything. But after they defeating this monster dude, after that, so since they won, they have to tell where was her sister was. So he's knocked out and defeat, and then he's ready to tell where she was, and they were almost there to get there. After this, those two were about to make it, and now they had to rescuing Coco Bandicoot. So then she's brainwashed to be ready to rule the world, but now because of Nina's idea and everything. But no big deal. So it's up to Crash and Yaya rescuing Coco Bandicoot. So they have no problem, and they will work together as a team, and they will make it to save her. So however, when Nina's plan's about to be ready, now Coco's telling her that Crash and Yaya will be there to save her, but she's just tired of her saying who the heck was Yaya Panda. So after this, Crash and Yaya has finally arrived, and now telling them to get out. But however, when Nina said, wait, who are you? Who the heck are you? So she introducing her name was Yaya Panda, if she is Coco's friend, and she came here rescuing her too. However, Nina's like, I don't know about her, but I was like, forget it, doesn't matter to her. So right now she will defeat them, and she's preparing to battle them. But Coco warned her that Yaya knows professional kung fu, and you should beware of her straight. After they finished conversation, so now Nina is about to ready to defeat those two, and after this she can finally rule the world. So then she's ready to defeat them and all set. So let's just battle between them and let's see. After that, I already know what's going on. Nina has been defeated. So then Coco's telling those two that they need that little purple thinking to fix everything, but Cortex not telling them how or how they fix it. But Crash has to basically have an idea, have a purple thing. So after Coco fix everything, he destroys everything and accidentally destroy it and tore down by their house. So after that, Cortex congratulations Nina for trying to have a genius idea to rule the world. Almost she trying to did. So she was proud. But however, she may did a good job, but he'll give her a punishment. However, since they finally returned home, then they're ready to have some pancakes to all of them for a reward for saving her. But then Crash basically has an idea. And then Crash wanted to ask Yaya Panda for a date. But then she finally accepted and she kissed Crash. And she will see each other tonight for a long romance. Alright, that's all I have for the Crash of a Titan story, and don't understand why she doesn't appear on. Anyway, I have so many questions to ask. Why is Yaya does not even appeared on Crash of a Titan? That's what I was curious about. So here's the thing. So YayaPanda 100% first appearance on Crash Nitro Kart on the iPhone. That's where she come from. Did you all know in all universe, YayaPanda was first appeared in Crash Nitro Kart 2 or 3D in 2008? Which means Yaya first met the teenager Tech 2 Crash Bandicoot. That's what she met him. However, we should not arguing about the character's age. It's because we don't know their age, because the studios doesn't even tell us. So here is my opinion about their age. Here are some age between El Universo if Yaya and Tech 2 Crash should existing appeared in Crash of a Titan and Mind Over Mutant. It would have created a different story together. So for YayaPanda, she's maybe 13 years old or 12 years old. She literally be in Mind Over Mutant for 3 years later. She could be at least 15 or 16 years old. And now for teenager Crash, the Tech 2 version, he may look like 14 or 15 years old, but in Mind Over Mutant at least 3 years. He can be 17 or 18, so known as young adult. So which means it's fine for shipping them. That will be fine for that. So the thing is, when I check the internet, it doesn't say anything about the story mode or everything. And when Yaya first met Crash and Coco, they asked for help. And that's it. But the thing is, Yaya was a racer, but isn't she like supposed to be a fighter? Like she knows kung fu. And also, she is Coco's best friend, but I don't know the relationship between Crash and Yaya. It does not say they have romance between them. It does not say anything on the phone. That's what the internet said. However, that's how she was supposed to appeared on the Crash with Attack 2. That's why. So if she does appear in a racer, then why was YayaPanda never appeared on Crash Mind Over Mutant? That's what I was curious. Why could she not appear in the video games? Alright, so here's the thing. Let's say Yaya first met Tech 2 Crash from Nitro Kart 2. But where is she?
She didn't even appear in both Crash of a Titan and Mind Over Mutant. That she didn't get to see Crash again. I mean, if those games were genius, they should have including her as a playing as her on PlayStation 3. That would be been really cool.
I mean, that's why, well, people ask, why do I make this video idea about their relationship? Well, here's the thing why. So, for example, that Crash was in love with Tana Bandicoot. So that's the original one. But however, Crash first met Pasadino in Crash Tag Team Racing game. She basically have a crush on Crash. But Crash is not interesting in her. Crash always in love with her. With his heart was Tana Bandicoot. However, so for Spyro, Spyro was in love or has a crush on Alora. But however, Amber has the same comment to Pasadino that Amber has a crush on Spyro too. But Spyro is only like Amber as a friend, and he's not. He is basically only likes Alora better. So that's how Crash Spyro feels. And the next one is Crash Spyro looks different in the original. So however, Spyro has a love interest named Cynder, and she's kind of like they've been childhood friends. So later they became romance after they defeat Man-4. So after that they become romantic couple to each other. But here's the thing, what about Crash? Who is Crash love interest? Even though in the game he's still thinking about Tana. So, but I don't understand, like, but he's a different Crash. So he shouldn't be with someone else instead of being with Tana because that he's a different Crash. That's why. Even though there's one character who does love him was Yaya Panda. Even though that's what they look like in Mind Over Mutant style, so this is why they should be the perfect match between those two, but different universe. I wouldn't be like, how come Spyro Cynder became couple, but what about Crash? That's what I was curious about. It's because, have you ever played a video game called The Legend of Spyro? Did you know there is a relationship between Spyro and Cynder? They were couples back in 2 or 3 Legendary Collection of Spyro. And what happened at the end? Spyro Cynder became boyfriend and girlfriend and coupled. But what about them? How come they never became coupled? And here's the reason about this. I mean, true, yeah, it doesn't even appear, but why would she never appear on the video games? I mean, those two became coupled, but Spyro Cynder became coupled, but here's the thing, and here's the difference between Yaya Panda and Cynder the Dragon from a different universe. Here's why. So they both have black and white fur, and they both have green eyes. I mean, Cynder used to have green eyes, but they changed her eyes color. But even though she does have green eyes. But there's something you need to know about this. Because, first of all, Crash and Spyro are different, but they're from another universe. That's how they are. But even though they shouldn't be with Cynder and YayaPanda because they're different. So, however, people, there's something you need to know about this. So the thing is, you should never ship those two because that's original Crash and Yaya does not appear on the original version. If you want to know why, it's because Crash has a girlfriend named Tana and that's the original one. And that's a normal universe. That's how they are and they're a perfect match. That's why. That's the real original couple it is. Because in right here, there's another universe that's a perfect match and a perfect ship. And that's why it basically makes sense. It'll 100% be just like Spyro is Cynder from Legend of Spyro. Then this different universe of them has a different couple and a different romance. It's because, for example, like Wonder Woman from Warner Brothers. Wonder Woman used to date Steve Trevor. That's original. But however, in another universe, Diana's dating Batman or Superman. That's from another universe. That will be really, really interesting. But however, that's it for all. That's all the story I just asked and I begin with. It's just my opinion, conversation about the story, and I want to know why Yaya Panda doesn't have appeared, and more. However, it's really good, but I hope you people ship Crash with Attack 2 with Yaya, but not the original one, the original Crash. It's really really cool, but that's how it is. So thank you guys for everything. Please subscribe. If you can't understand what I'm saying, I try my best. I'm sorry for this, but thank you. See you all later and bye.